Hi there, Internet. This is Dan Morris, and yet another tug video, this time specifically for the RV-6A. And when I started thinking about this project, I was looking for some ideas, and I want to give a shout out to Tom Guadagnola. He provided a lot of information, pointed me to some key components on this to let me believe this was not that hard of a project to do. The tug is made of welded steel tube everywhere except for the two arms that reach up to the nose wheel and the folding point of the handle. The swing arm is actuated by a switch up by the handles, and there's a linear actuator mounted that opens the arm and closes the arm. It's a pretty strong arrangement, which I felt was a good idea for this, so it's not an issue when you're steering and pulling and tugging on it. There's a single main tire that's a 13-inch by 6-inch tire that's mounted on a wheel that has internal bearings. The shaft goes directly through the frame into bushings welded in the frame and doesn't rotate, so it's just the wheel and the sprocket assembly that rotate. The motor is off of an e-bike or an e-scooter. It's a reversing motor, 24-volt DC reversing motor, and has reduction gearing built into it. The reduction gearing combined with the reduction in speed from the difference in the chain sprocket size gives us a nice controllable speed and a nice walking speed. The chain is a number 35 chain, which I changed from the original 410 chain. 410 chain is typically for a bicycle. The 35 chain is more industrial, it's heavier duty, and has a shorter link, which allows for a smaller gear on the motor. This particular motor has a gearbox mount, which allows it to be mounted in a way that is easy to provide chain tension adjustment. The batteries are typical 12-volt gel cells in series. That allows me to get 24 volts for the drive motor and 12 volts for the actuator. And they are mounted in a steel pan that's attached to the frame under the black cover. There's a variable speed control for the motor mounted on the handlebars, and a forward and reverse switch mounted on the control box, and then an in-out switch for the actuator for the swing arm. The rear wheels are 10-inch free-spinning wheels. They're not driven. They're solely for the purpose of maneuvering the tug when it's not attached to the aircraft, and also to allow the tug to rest level when it's not attached, so it's in storage in your hangar. The wheels are basically just a shoulder bolt into the frame. A lot of people have used swiveling wheels in that location, and there's just no reason for it. You just push down on the handle, raise the main wheel off the ground, and you can maneuver the tug. Overall, all of the materials were just commercially procured. A lot of Amazon, a lot of eBay purchases, some Home Depot items and things. Total cost to build this was about $550. I was learning to weld, so I used this as a welding project, so there was no welding cost. If you're going to have to outsource the welding, then you'd have to add that on. But I think reasonably this can be built under $600 without any trouble whatsoever. So one of the things we were concerned about on this was whether it would have adequate torque, and it has plenty of torque. Actually, I'm sure it would move an RV-10. So torque is not a problem, and the speeds are just very comfortable. It's easy to control at low speed, and it's also will move as fast as you want to walk pulling an airplane. If you have any more questions, feel free to contact me on Vans Air Force. I'm RV Dan. Just send me a PM and I can exchange some information with you. And thanks for watching.